Good morning. It is the Monday morning cup of coffee. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Sheba's running around the house, as you can tell, in her morning excitement. Let's have a sip of coffee together. I got my procedure coming up Wednesday. They're going to stick a camera up me and look at my bladder all around and make sure everything's hunky-dory. That's the last phase of the treatment, and then I'll be home free from all this cancer foolishness. I'm going to have to go back every 3 months and have them look at me, but other than that, I am clean and green. So I'm looking forward to Wednesday to getting this all over with. In 1955 in Memphis, Tennessee, there lived a 15-year-old girl with jet black, raven black hair named Lou, short for Louise. Lou did not follow music at all. She had no idea who the pop stars in the world were. One night, Lou was sitting in the passenger seat at a drive-in restaurant with her best girlfriend behind the wheel, and they were eating their burgers and drinking their milkshakes, and the parking spot next to Lou was empty and her window was down. In screams a Cadillac to a stop right next to her, squeals to a halt. The driver's window is down as well. He's a dark-haired greaser with acne, and she looked at him and he looked at her and her black hair and said, "Hey, Blackie, I got what you need." And she gave him one of these. He threw the Cadillac in reverse, squealed out of her life, and headed down the road. And it took Lou's girlfriend to explain to her that she had just summarily dismissed from her life Elvis Presley. 5 years later, in the summer of 1960, my oldest brother Wayman, who was 20 years older than me, was working during summer break loading and unloading barges down at the Mississippi River. And one day on his day off, he and his best buddy had heard that Elvis would occasionally go down to the front gate at Graceland and sign autographs, so they thought, well, let's go see if we can meet Elvis. So they went to Graceland. There was nothing going on at the front of the house, but they heard commotion coming around from the back perimeter of the house, so they walked all the way around the perimeter fence and poked their head above it, and sure enough, there was Elvis playing touch football with his best buddies. In what was not the coolest move ever of my brother's life, he and his buddy hopped over the fence and infiltrated the game, and they were allowed to play. My oldest brother Wayman played touch football with Elvis Presley. That's true. 18 years later, in the winter of 1978, in the chapel on the K.I. Sawyer, Michigan Air Force Base, Lou became Wayman's third wife, and this is their song. I wish I'd known you better, but you were born too soon. I was wearing diapers when you were on your honeymoon. You went off in the Air Force, came home when you could. I wish I'd known you better, but what I knew was good. You played football with Elvis, took Susie for your wife, got stationed up in Billings and led a military life. You smoked more Camel cigarettes than anybody should. I wish I'd known you better, but what I knew was good. Then there came Juanita, she wasn't good for you. Then you got it right at last when you hooked hooked up with Lou. She went 6 months before you. We all knew soon she would. Wish I'd known her better, but what I knew was good. There comes a time to say goodbye and send you on your way. Turn your body into ashes and get on with our day. To have one conversation now, I sorely wish we could. I wish I'd known you better, but what I knew was good. What I knew was good. And that's the Monday morning cup of coffee for today. I hope you enjoyed the tune as much as a downer tune like that can be enjoyable. God bless you. Don't let the bastards get you down. I'll see you next week.